Hare Krishna, a very warm welcome to all of you. Today I'll be speaking about Lord Krishna, the descent of God, Avatar. Avatar is an incarnation of God. Krishna of the Vrishni family, that is, cousin to the Pandavas and Kauravas, had already established himself as a powerful warrior and prince in Mathura, where he had re-established righteousness after destroying the evil ruler King Kamsa and establishing a kingdom in Dwarka. Krishna befriended Arjuna in Mathura. He had been watching the evolving conflict between the Pandavas and Kauravas. He eventually intervenes to arbitrate the conflict and becomes the focal point of the war. Krishna is revealed to be God manifested on earth, delivering a message of universal salvation. Krishna is one of the most important and widely worshipped deities in the Indian religious traditions. Although the modern worship of Krishna has been strongly shaped by the evolution of devotional theism from the 9th century onwards. Ancient texts from Greece provide evidence of the worship of Krishna as a divine being in the 5th and 4th century before Christ. Archaeological evidence for the worship of Krishna dates at least to the end of the 2nd century before Christ. In the fabric of contemporary Indian devotional religion, that is, tracing back to at least the 9th century, Vaishnavas worship Krishna as an avatar of Vishnu. Vishnu meaning all-pervasive, one of the names that refers to the Supreme Being. Gaudiya Vaishnavism started at early 16th century, along with the Sampradayas associated with Vallabha and Nimbarka, regard Krishna as Swayam Bhagwan, the original form of God, and Vishnu is merely an expansion from the being of Krishna. Textual sources on the life of Krishna. Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata text, circa 400 to 200 before Christ. Srimad Bhagavatam, Puran literature, 4th to 6th century. Harivamsha, lengthy appendix to Mahabharata, 5th century. Vishnu Puran, Puran literature, 5th century. The dates above are assigned for the composition of the text. The material in the text is generally believed to originate from a significantly earlier period. Now, we'll see about Lord Krishna's birth. Aware that unrighteousness had spread throughout the Bharatvarsh, presently known as India, under the influence of evil rulers, Vishnu, the Supreme Being and source of all universes, decided to incarnate himself on earth to destroy evil rulers and restore righteousness on earth. So Vishnu incarnated himself in the city of Mathura, which was under the control of the evil ruler King Kamsa. Vishnu decided to take human form as the 8th son of Devaki, the sister of King Kamsa. His name was Krishna, the all-attractive one. After being born in Mathura, Krishna was quickly taken to the nearby pastoral town of Vrindavan, to escape the murderous plotting of King Kamsa. There, he was raised by foster parents, King Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai. Now we'll see young Krishna of Vrindavan. Vrindavan is also known as Vrajbhumi. The Krishna of Vrindavan is a flute-playing cowherder who attracts the men, also known as Gopas, and women, known as Gopis, of the pastoral town by his playful activities and beauty. Krishna would play the flute and dance with the multitude of Gopis along the Yamuna river. They fell madly in love with Krishna. As a youth in Vraj, Krishna sometimes engaged in hijinks, for example, stealing the clothes of the gopis while they bathed naked. The gopis had previously asked the goddess Durga to have Krishna as their husband. Since only husbands were permitted to view a woman naked, Krishna's hijinks was a way of his proclaiming that he loved the gopis with conjugal love and accepted them as his own wives. The gopis' love for Krishna was so great that they cursed Brahma, the creator of this material world, for creating them with eyes that blinked. Every time they blinked, it was a second in time that they could not look upon the beauty of Krishna. Their hearts had been stolen by Govinda, one who gives pleasure to the senses. So they did not return back when husbands, fathers, brothers, and relatives tried to prevent them. They were in a state of rapture. Some gopis, not being able to find a way to leave, remained at home and thought of Krishna with eyes closed, completely absorbed in meditation. When they were prevented from seeing Krishna because of their household duties, Krishna said, "Love for me comes from hearing about me, seeing me, meditating on me, and reciting my glories. Not in this way, by physical proximity. Therefore, return to your homes." This is what Lord Krishna told the gopis. Now we'll talk about the one who attracts even the Lord. Among the gopis, one stood supreme, the particular object of Krishna's most intense love and devotion, and she is Srimati Radharani. Radha is depicted as the model devotee, one whose love for Krishna was unrivaled. She thought of Krishna constantly, even in her dreams. Her love was so powerful that it controlled and subjugated Krishna himself. He lost himself so completely in her love that he even forgot that he was God. To signify the depth of their union, they are often spoken of as one God, Radha Krishna. As an adolescent, Krishna had to leave Braj for Mathura to destroy the evil king Kamsa. After hearing this news, Radha and Krishna parted with deep sadness. After Krishna's departure from Brajbhumi, the gopis search for him with intensity, inquiring of the plants and trees if they have seen Krishna. Their love, like Radha's, was intensified through separation. Now we'll see the different moods of Krishna. The moods of Vrindavan Krishna. Vrindavan Krishna cultivates diverse moods, also known as rasa, of closeness and intimacy through his many attractive features and activities, for example, Ras Leelas. Friendship. A person relates to Krishna as to a close friend. Romantic love. A person relates to Krishna as to a lover. Krishna's Madhurya qualities form the basis of such moods of intimacy. Madhurya means sweet. Krishna's Madhurya qualities are his human qualities that attract devotees to a close relationship with him. These qualities are emphasized in Krishna of Raja. Now I'll speak of Krishna in Mathura and Dwarka. While Braj Krishna is the playful youth who cultivates moods of intimacy with his devotees, the Krishna of Mathura and Dwarka cultivates the mood of awe and reverence through the overt display of divine qualities, example, omnipotence and omniscience. Krishna's godhead was only implicit in Rajbhumi. The Vraj devotees were so attracted to Krishna's human qualities that they suppressed their knowledge of his godhead. They regarded his supernatural powers displayed in Vraj as bestowed on him by Narayan, that is Lord Vishnu. The godhead of Krishna is emphasized at the battle at Kurukshetra in the Bhagavad Gita text. The Krishna of the Gita is overtly God manifested in human form on earth to reinstate moral order and provide spiritual guidance to humanity. As Avatar, the descent of God in human form, Krishna manifests Madhurya and Aishwarya qualities. Madhurya meaning sweetness, human qualities that attract and cultivate modes of intimacy. Aishwarya meaning opulence, divine qualities that instill awe and reverence. Love of Krishna may take various forms: love of intimacy, love of reverence, and love that unites both. Now we'll see Krishna's role in the Mahabharata war. Krishna intervenes in the Pandav and Kaurav conflict. Krishna refused to fight in the war, but he offered himself as charioteer for one side and his invincible army for the other side. But the Kauravas chose to accept Krishna's army, and the Pandavas chose Krishna himself, even though his role would be confined to guiding the chariot of his cousin and friend Arjun. This picture depicts Lord Krishna became a charioteer at the battlefield at Kurukshetra. Thank you. Hare Krishna.